So I'm doing something new, guys, and I thought I would, so this is a bag of just kind of scrap wool off of the carder. And I usually would make mystery bats out of it, and it never really occurred to me to try to make mystery yarn out of it. So you know what? I'm gonna go for it, because the worst case that happens is we end up with mystery roving. So basically, usually if I was doing bats, mystery bats or roving, I would just go ahead and throw it on the carder because this is all pretty opened up. But because I'm doing yarn, I want it to be just a smidge more even if possible. And so I'm going to run it through the picker, and then we'll card it and move on as if it was yarn. Well, it is going to be yarn in theory. So anyway, I thought I'd show you what it looks like. This is just kind of inside the bag, all different stuff. So I'm going to pick it out now, and we'll give it a shot. Okay, so here is the infamous mystery wool that is going to hopefully become yarn. And you can see it's just all sorts of different, for the most part, naturals. Occasionally there's a little pop of something I dyed up at some point, but for the most part it's naturals. So the issue I could run into with this, in general, when you are spinning a yarn, you want the fibers to all be a similar staple length for a smoother, easier spin. That obviously is not necessarily the case with all just throwing a bunch of fibers in together. So we're gonna see what happens, knowing that worst case we get roving, but most likely I think I can get a yarn that is gonna be fun and different, and you guys will like. So I'm gonna start this girl up and then catch her on the other side and let you guys see how it's carding out, and this should be pretty fun. All right, let you watch it kind of start up. You can see the wool starting to pop up. There it is. Okay. Okay, we're on the other end here. Here comes our roving there. Not my smoothest. One-handed. Alright, so that's how our roving is coming out. It looks great. It's just going to be all sorts of a mix. Alright, we'll let this run and then onward to the draw frame. Okay, we're at the draw frame. And I am just running 2 together one time, because you know this is just supposed to be fun, easy yarn. So I don't want to, usually I run yarn through twice, but I don't really want it to be perfect. I'm not really looking for perfect yarn, just looking for fun mystery yarn. There it goes. Okay, next is the spinner. Okay guys, we're here in the spinning room and I'm about to spin the mystery yarn. So I'm going to flip you around and just talk to you for a second about it, because I spun some of it the other day, and if you were watching on social media you may have seen some clips of it, but I wanted to show you what's different here. So you can see this is where I'm spinning. This is just another spot to spin next to. So you can see that I have taken off the roller in the back here, and I've taken off the roller in the middle. So the reason is that I'm basically just allowing the roving to come through and spin. And it's spinning, the bobbin's spinning, so that's putting the twist in at the bottom, and you'll see a video of it in a minute, but I just wanted to talk through it first. So the way that I adjust how much twist it has basically is just the speed of the machine. And I have not spun, it's kind of like spinning a Lopi style. I'm just letting the roving go in and the twist is just happening at the bobbin. There's no extra drafting or anything. So the size of the roving is the size of the yarn once it's twisted. And to determine how much twist I want in it, I just adjust the speed of my spinning machine. So you'll see in a minute that happening. And you'll notice I only have one running here, and in the video I only will have one running, and basically because I had to take off my rollers, and because I kind of have to watch. You'll see at the end that a full bobbin is really, really full, and sometimes it likes to have some issues as it gets that full. So having more than one running is not a great option, and I'm only doing, I think there ended up being 6 or 7 of these, and they run so fast because they're the roving's just whipping through. So okay, I'm gonna let you guys watch this happen. See you in a minute. Actually, you may not see me in a minute. This may be the end. You'll see me in a minute. You can see what I meant by a full bobbin now. So this is about 100 yards or so, getting ready to go onto the skein winder, and you can see I actually tied it in a knot, sorry, because it wants to untwist, which means that it wants to, we need to adjust this before we go. So it wants to untwist. It's just a single. I haven't plied it at all, so it wants to naturally kind of untwist some of that tension that's in it. So we're going to get it into skein form and then wash it and set that a little bit. And I'm going to turn this on. You guys can watch it go. Okay, so we are in the back. The skeins are off, and you can see, I wanted you to see what they look like. Okay, so they don't look, they're all kinked up because we didn't ply it back on anything else. It's just a single. I didn't do any plying. So it needs to settle is what it needs to do. So I actually ran my water to soak it in pretty hot because I'm kind of trying to stun them a little bit. So I'm going to let these soak for a good 15 minutes and really plunge them. And then I will weigh these a little bit, meaning as they're hanging to dry, I'll hang something on the bottom to help that twist kind of settle down. So that's where we're at. Next time you see, these will be much calmer, and they turned out so fun and beautiful, and actually much softer than I thought. So all right, I'll let these soak and hang, and I'll show you guys the finished product in a second. Okay, final stretch, literally. So I took them out, I went ahead and soaked them, and then gave them a really good kind of thwack between my arms to get them straightened out. And then I have some just hangers hanging on them to kind of weigh them out a little bit more. But this is how they look. And I do have one skein here that is completely dry. It is so pretty. You can kind of see all the just variations and colors in it. and it's basically a super bulky. So those, and there's only these 5. So if you have interest, they're going to go up online now. So go over and grab them. And they were so fun for me to make. I think you could wear them next to skin for most of us that are not super sensitive. I also think they would make great bags, or actually have seen patterns for knitted baskets and things like that. But it's really fun. Okay, thanks guys. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Okay, so we're here at the Carter, and I've got one more thing to show you, and this is that lovely merino. I'm gonna flip. So here it is out of the picker, and I showed this on the last vlog, not picked out. And here it is all picked out. Sorry, it's a little dark in that corner. So this is a 75% merino and 25% BFL BL. So blue face Leicester, border Leicester was the sheep. This is just one fleece. And it's so pretty. So I'm going to hit the button, and this is going up in the shop. Actually, I have one. I'll show you in a sec. Let's hit. Let her go. And there's a smidge of little, I don't even know if there's so much pills. It's just the errant second cut, but it is carding up really lovely. And it's going to be some scrumptious stuff to card up. How pretty is that? Look, you just want to jump in. And I have got a ball up here, so there'll be 4 ounces of these guys, not just one, but there'll be several of these beauties in the online shop. All right, guys, I'll see you guys next week for sure. Take care, everybody. Stay healthy.